Get ready.
Well, hello folks, and welcome to a very, very windy, dull day. I have no idea where I am. I'm following this sat-nav and I'm trying to get to Overlanders because I ordered the new pannier boxes because this weekend is a club trip and I needed them for that trip, or this trip. So they turned up. Oh, look at this slop on the road. So they turned up and I tried to install them myself. Excuse me. My voice is going. But oh my god, look at this road. It's like a ramp. But 4 of the bolts that are holding the rear foot pegs on are totally seized. And while I was trying to get one of them out, the head of my Allen key snapped and it's lodged in the head of the bolt and I cannot get it out, so it might need to be cut out, or I don't know, but I don't have the tools or the skills to get the damn things out. So the club trip is down in Kilmuckridge in Wexford, so I'm just going to make a hop over to Overlanders, which is in Gorey, which isn't too far. It says I'm 16 kilometres out, but the sat-nav is taking me down some very, very strange back roads. Suffice to say that there is some unbelievably wealthy farmers around here, judging by some of the absolutely stunning houses. And they don't mind dragging an awful lot of mud across the road. Because these roads are very, very sloppy. But yeah, so the problem the panniers has created for me is that I had no panniers to bring any of my gear. So I got the top box on. I transferred that from the old bike, but it means I'm very limited on what I can bring with me. So I didn't get to bring the drone, although based on this weather I don't think I would have got to use it anyway. And I have to be very, very selective on what clothes and shoes and everything I brought, so I am down to the bare bones on what I could bring with me this trip. There was barely enough space even for the GoPro. I literally have no panniers on. Sounds rude. Don't have me panniers on. So we made it. So hopefully the guys here can sort the bolt issue I have out, and then I can get the panniers on when I go back from this trip. Jesus, I hope they're open. Right, let's see if they get this sorted. Okie dokie. Alright. That took an awfully long time. About 2.5, nearly 3 hours. Sitting there stuffing my face with cakes and coffee. So yeah, that took a long time, but he in fairness to him, he got it out, so I'm a happy man. But the boats, all three boats, are all very badly seized. But he's after fitting one of these screen protectors, or headlight protectors as well, onto the front light, so that if any debris or anything gets chucked up, no stones will break my headlight. Not that that's ever happened to me, but still, I think it looks cool. Tour attack. Well, so as I said, I decided against going down to Hookhead, so instead I'm heading for Kilmore Quay. So as you can see, I'm currently driving into Wexford. And actually, as I'm driving in here, it's just dawned on me that it's been years since I've been in Wexford. Beautiful. That's the thing about Wexford and around here in Kilmore. There's all these lovely little thatched cottages. If memory serves me correctly, there's a lovely pub and restaurant down here. I can't remember what it's called. It might be called the Beach House or the Boat House or something like that. But there's a section of it that looks like it's an upturned, upside down boat or ship that they've used for the building. Now I don't know if that's actually the case, but that's what it looks like. So 5 kilometers out, this is, wow. Yeah, so here's all these little thatched cottages I was mentioned. Beautiful. The whole village is like that, huh? Oh wow, this is totally bringing back memories. Very nice. The sea is very rough. Here's this pub here now, I think. Is that it? But if it is, they've totally revamped it, and that old, maybe it's further around. Yeah, that must have been it. So they got rid of the upside downy pub on it. Oh, where am I going here? That was highly illegal. Oh, look at the seal. There's a seal swimming over there by that, in front of that green boat. Look at him, big lad, sticking his head out of the water. Oh, that is cool. It's a pity that I don't have the old drone with me, and it was a better day that I could get the damn thing into the air, because that would have been a class little video to make. Where is he gone? He's ducked under the water now. Yeah, this brings back memories. All the boats we went off on for our fishing trip are all lined up down here. And if I remember correctly, there was a little Jack Russell running up and down the old pier when we were loading the boats. And then when we came back in, poor little fellow was floating in the water dead. He must have fallen off the pier. But yeah, it's a nice little town or village. But yeah, they've totally rebuilt that pub. That shipper was definitely here, I remember that. What's up here? Whoa, that wind is wild. Oh yeah, look at this now. Oh, that is one wild looking miserable ocean. That is wild. And this isn't even on the wild Atlantic Way. Wow. Wow. The size of those waves, they are huge. Hopefully the camera's picking that up, but it is wild out. So now castle over there. Was conscious at the time. Yeah, so that's that pub there. But they've gotten rid of the part of it that was the upside down boat. They've totally rebuilt it. That was where the upside down boat was. That's incredible. Look at these oaks. What's that now? Lobster pots. That's a beautiful little village. Absolutely stunning. But if you were coming, I'd recommend coming in the summer. This would be beautiful in the sunshine. Not so much today. Yeah, so this is it, the Upton Court Hotel. We're staying in the houses behind it. That looks alright. I think this is my lodgings for the evening. Let's see all the bikes up there. Well, howdy folks, we made it to the Upton Court Hotel in the end. As I was saying on the bike, the wind was very bad. So much so that I'm after parking the bike outside the house and it's after getting blown over. So it's more than a bit frustrating, not having the bike more than a week, and it's already having a tumble. Doesn't seem to be any damage. The crash bars seem to have done the work. Bit of scuffing on the crash bar obviously, but other than that, once I got her up, pushed the button, fired up, no problems, you know, not even flooded. So so that was my bit of adventure for today. So as you saw, we saw Kilmore Quay today. It was beautiful. I didn't go down to Hookhead. I have a funny feeling we might hit Hookhead tomorrow on the drive out, so it'll be interesting to see where we go. Hopefully this weather will have cleared up, because it looks like it's going to be in for a right old storm tonight. But other than that, I'll talk to you soon. Right, so folks, we're off now with the old BMW club. And if you were following me on Facebook, you may have noticed that last night there was a bit of an incident. As I mentioned on my way down here last night, that the wind was unbelievably strong. Unbelievably strong. And I parked the bike outside in front of the house that we're staying in. And I was having an hour shower, came back into the room to get dressed. And as I'm getting dressed, all I can hear is a beep, beep, beep on my alarm going. And I look out the window, and what do I see? Only the bike on its side on the ground. Well, you never seen somebody get dressed so fast in your life. I went down, I had to get one of the guys to give me a hand lifting it up because it had a full fuel tank and it was on a downward hill, so every time I tried to pick it up on myself it was rolling back. So thanks to Jim for helping me with that. But I started her up when she was upright and she fired up right on the button. She wasn't flooded or anything. And there's no real damage. The crash bars seem to do their job, so there's a bit of scuffing on the crash bars, but that's what they're for. So the only real damage then is there's a bit of scratching now on my shiny new Acropovic exhaust system. So to say I'm gutted after only having the bike, what, not even 2 weeks, would be an understatement. So yeah, so that was my evening, and then of course I was paranoid all night then at dinner that the bloody bike was getting blown over because the wind just got stronger and stronger throughout the night. Everybody had to move their bikes around, but it seemed to survive. So today I think we're going to a place called St. Martin's or somewhere like that, somewhere in Carlow I think, but we're heading down the coast first towards Blackwater. I believe it's a short hop today, 70 or 80 kilometres, so it'll be a nice easy drive. The weather seems to be holding. Apparently there might be a few showers. The wind is still kind of strong, but not as bad as it was last night. But so far so good anyway. I can live with this. So yeah, so this will be hopefully the first time I'll have vlogged with the club. I did one in Cavan on the last trip, but the footage got ruined because it had I didn't realise, but a dirty great big moth had splattered into the camera, and you couldn't see anything through it. So hopefully I'll try and keep a closer eye on it this time, and we'll get a bit more footage. So as you can see, I think there's about 40 odd bikes in today's ride out, and we use what's called the drop-off system. I'm sure I've explained the drop-off system before. If I haven't, there's loads of YouTube videos explaining it. It's a good little system when it works. I found out in the last trip that sometimes it can fail, but overall it's a good system. So yeah, that hotel we're staying in, the Upton Court, nice little hotel actually. We did dinner in there last night, grand, and then we have a proper sit-down dinnery thing then tonight. So it's great value for money. That's a fair old testament to the bike, that it can fall over, and the second you pick it up she fires straight up. Anytime I drop the old GS she'd get flooded. It'll take a while to get her going again. You'd have to leave her sit for a while, but not these new yokes. Right in the butt, boom, up she fired. fancy looking house. The terracotta army, huh? That petrol station must have thought all its birthdays had come together. All these bikes pulling in to fill up. Blackwater. That's where we are. A long time since I was here, I tell you. Another memorable weekend. Well, I won't go into but yeah, so we all popped into that petrol station there, and one of the pumps doesn't automatically cut off. So one of the guys ended up having overflowing his tank, petrol everywhere, and they made the forecourt extremely slippy. But the other thing now that I need to do is, the more I'm using this bike, I'm finding that the stand is too tall, because this is a factory lowered chassis, so the bike is lower, but it still has the same stand as it would be on the high or normal chassis bike. So what it's doing is it's making the bike stand upright more, even on a level ground. So it's much more precarious. And I'd say that played a huge role in why the bike keeled over last night. So the chaps in Overlanders were saying to me yesterday that what you can do, or what I should do, is buy a second-hand stand and cut it, and then cut a section out of it, and then re-weld it back together and make it a shorter stand. Jesus. And that way the bike will lean more over. The stand won't look pretty, a big weld mark across it, but it's better than smashing up your bike like last night. So yeah, I'll have to sort out something for that, because it's definitely a problem. But it's you'd think for a bike like this that BMW would have thought of that. Jesus, this is curvy. That BMW would have thought of that and put on a slightly different stand for the lower chassis bikes. Anyway, that's my moment for today. I'm not going to say it'll be my last, because you never know. Yeah, so we're in the old historic town of Enniscorthy. And it's packed with traffic. Again, another place I don't think I've been in donkey's years. The old castle up there. Yeah, if I remember correctly, there used to be an old brewery here. Excuse me. Excuse me. I think it was called Let's, and their logo was Let's Drink Let's. I don't know if they're still here. I remember being at a party for them one time. But other than than that, I think that was the last time I was ever here. I might have passed by it on my way somewhere else a few times, but yeah, another place I must put on the list to go and do an overnighter in and get to know it a bit more. It's a very old town. You can see it's still got a lot of history in it. Not that I'm an expert or anything, Jesus me. Yeah, so that was Enniscorthy. So we're on some proper backroad stuff now. Jesus, all this shit all over the road, excuse my French. But I'm only 2 bikes behind the leader now. That's the leader, 2 ahead of me in the blue bib. So it'll be shortly my turn to mark a spot. And it's a good chance to get hopefully a nice shot of all the bikes going by. But yeah, this is it's very off the beaten track, this road. Well, it's not too bad, but there's an awful lot of gravel and mud dragged out across the road at points, so you have to be very careful on it. Nearly had the back out of me a couple of times. But like I said earlier, I have no clue where we're going. Not a breeze. Oop, so, okay, he's marking that spot. Woohoo! Yeah, that's the one thing about the club is all of these guys are phenomenal riders. They really know how to handle these things. I'm way out of my depth with them. So here we go. This will be my spot to mark. St. Mullins, that's where we're heading to, so we're nearly there. So I'm waiting for the next blue-bibbed biker, and that's how I know we're at the end. And he could be miles behind. St. Mullins. I've never heard of this place. The Barrow Way, Barrow Drive, historic St. Mullins. Yeah, the last time I was on the club trip, we lost the sweeper bike, and I was sat at my mark for for ages. And eventually I had to move on. It's the first time I've ever seen it not work. I got a feeling we've lost them. I think there was a mark missed back there, I think, when he took the wrong turn. Oh shit. Oh shit, who is it? Oh Jesus. Fuck. Right. So that was awful. One of the bikes went down, couple on it. Luckily they're not too badly injured, but they have to get the ambulance out, so I hope everything's alright. So I was saying about this road, it's full of slop, so apparently I think what happened was a van or something came around on the bend too far out wide and forced them into the hard shoulder where it's just covered in all this crappy mud. Slipped out from under him.
Move up or we let the car out.
Yeah, so it's never good when there's an accident. That's terrible. I hope you're feeling better soon, guys. It just shows you how easy it is. See all this crappy mud on the side? It's like ice. It's like ice. And I was only saying it moments before that that this road was very poor. It's full of gravel and mud dragged out by the farmers, and that's why it bothers me a lot. Like, see it here, look, all on the road. Look, that's been dragged out from this field here, look, by farmers and their tractors, and they never clean it up after them. And it's alright for cars because they're on stabilisers, but a motorbike on two wheels, if it's in any way of a lean, it's like hitting ice, wet mud. See, look at all this. Now everyone's got to be paranoid. It's like hitting ice. It's so dangerous. But we'll crack on. So the group is kind of split in two now. I was marking the spot, and then one of the guys came back because we've been waiting so long, and then we drove back on ourselves, and that's when we came upon the accident, you know. And, so now the ambulance is there taking her away. We'll get her x-rayed and have a proper look in it. But she was in good form, so I'm hopeful that she's alright. So the first half of the gang are up at the lunch spot, say Mullins. The rest are behind me now. Oh, bloody hell. Oh, I wonder, should I mark the spot? Yeah, now I'm totally paranoid about the bends. I'm hyper vigilant now for mud and gravel. Knocks all the confidence out of you. So I'll mark this spot. I just marked the spot, it's just up here. Now I don't know if there's any more behind me, if they're staying back with the couple. I switched the camera off when I saw that there was an accident. I don't think it'd be very nice to film it. there's some more bikes now. Yep, and there's the sweeper. Okay, so we're back on track. The Barrow Drive. I've never heard of that one. I must suss that out. The Barrow Drive. Oh, there's a fine big castle or an old ruined church or something over there. More gravel. And shop of glass. Where the heck is this going? There's that old ruined church. Huh? The Barrow Way. Oh God, what has he brought us into? Oh wow. Oh, that's very nice. Oop. Oops. Oh, this is very salubrious. This would have been ideal for the Osmo pocket camera, but I couldn't fit my bloody luggage. Ooh. How's it going? So we're splitting into two groups now. Some of us are just heading back to the hotel, and the rest of us are going to do photo rally points. So I've never done the photo rally before, so this is the first time, so I'll do these points and I'll see if I want to keep doing it. Might as well get these ones done while I'm here with the lads. God, where are we on? What are they bringing us down? Something tells me this isn't a good idea. Yeah, so this is the photo rally points we're doing. It's a thing that's an event that's held every year where you have to go and get your motorbike and yourself taken at certain points around the country. I think there's 24 points around the country all in all. And then you submit them. And then there's a bit of a do at the end of the year then. It's just a way of getting you out and about on the bike. But what very often happens is they stick these points down the hardest reach to reach little donkey in there. Back arse end of nowhere, country roads like this, full of gravel and muck. So given what's already happened today with one of the bikes going down, I'm certainly not feeling overly confident in this type of stuff. That's a bit better. But yeah, so we've had our lunch there. So word is that the two riders on the bike are okay. So that's good news. But I'd say they got it right off right. But that's a nice little spot there now that we stopped for lunch. St. Mullins, I think it was called. A nice little coffee shop there. I never even knew it existed. Beautiful, right there on that beautiful river. That's why I like these club trips, is that you'll always find something new that you probably wouldn't ever have found by yourself. But as you can see, it's starting to rain a bit now as well, so I don't know, will I do this photo point or not? I'll just bug out, see how bad the rain goes and how bad the roads get, but I might bug out. Yeah, I've noticed a few more scratches and dints on the bike now since it fell over last night. The exhaust has a few scrapes, the crash bars have a few scrapes, and now I noticed a bit of a chunk taken out of one of the engine casings. So oh no, I don't know. I'll have to sort something out now when I get home. But certainly there's some things that I don't like about this bike. Number one is this stand. It's way too tall for the bike. The bike is too upright, and I think that definitely played a big factor in why the bike blew over last night. And two, I think I mentioned it on the way down here, is none of the switchgear lights up at night. So you literally can't see any of the controls when you're riding at night. Which won't be a problem once you get used to the bike, because you'll just muscle memory, you'll remember what everything is. But when you're trying to get used to a new bike, you'd like to be able to see where, I mean, it's such a small thing. They could have illuminated the buttons. But I don't know. Take note there, Mr. BMW, for the next revisions. So I think we're coming into, I think this is Enniscorthy again. You can see the group ahead of me. Yeah, it's a very interesting. Oh no, this isn't Enniscorthy, this is New Ross. New Ross. There's the ship is over there, the old famine ship, I think it was. There it is over there. Don't know if you can see it. Yeah, I think they do tours and get onto the ship, pay to get onto it, so it's like a museum or something. It reminds me a little bit of the one in the Sky Bridge in Scotland. That must be new. I don't remember ever seeing that bridge here before. I'd say they've only built that in the last 2 years. Yeah, so we're going right under it. I wonder if this is the point, is it? Is this the photo point? This must be the point. Yeah, this stand is way too tall. Is that the point, is it? Is that bridge the point?
Yeah. That's the bridge.
Just take me photograph. I'm not sure if there's another point now that they're doing, or is that it? Well, yeah, I have to say the tyres that came on this, they must be using them as OEMs, but they are Anarchy Adventure tyres, and I think they're relatively new. And I was planning to try them out even if I had held on to the old bike. So it's fortuitous that they came on this bike, because I normally run Anarchy 3s, which are more road biased. These are kind of like the Tourants, but these seem to be really good. They're just as grippy. I think actually a bit more grippy than the Anarchy 3s, and they're probably more off-road than the Anarchy 3s as well. Like, I mean, obviously not fully off-road, but they'd certainly handle a bit of loose gravel and stuff better than the Anarchy 3s. And yet they still have as much traction on them on the ordinary roads when for you know, road driving. So I think I found my new favourite tyre. They look badass too. I like the tread pattern on them. It suits the type of bike it is, you know. I just realised I didn't have the bloody microphone plugged in. Oh, I forgot to plug it back in when I changed the battery. I am such a dunce. Yeah, so what I had said, in case I didn't record it, was that I was doing a photo rally, and then I get most of the points in and around the Midlands on day trips, just from the house. And then when I do my Ring of Kerry trip, I get all the southern ones. And then when I do my Donegal trip, I get all the northern ones. And then when I'm doing my Galway trip, I'll get all the west ones. And then I think I'm back up in Fermanagh with the club near the end of the year. I'll get the last of them then. So it's just a good way of getting you out and about and seeing, finding new places, you know. I was wondering when this stuff was going to make an appearance. The dreaded twin track. And a dog. Oh yeah, this must be another photo spot. Hello! Howdy folks, well I didn't get to film the last few miles coming home from the last photo point, but there wasn't much to see, to be honest with you. We just made a bit of a commute home, so it was a busy day. Weather wasn't great. I mean, it held off dry for most of the day. We got a bit of rain on the way home, but the roads were very sloppy. But and then unfortunately one of the couples in the group had an accident. They're okay. But it gave everybody, including themselves, I would say, a very big fright. So best of luck, guys, if you are watching. I hope you are feeling better. But yeah, we done a lot today. We got down to St. Martin's, I think it was. Beautiful place for a lunch spot. And then we went up and we did 2 of the photo points. So we're back here now, and we're going to do a bit of an old dinner night tonight, and then it's home tomorrow. So depending on what the weather's like, I don't know if I'll video tomorrow or not. I might just make a break for it and go home. If it's nice, I'll try and plan some sort of a nice route home and see what we can pick up on the camera. Okay, so otherwise, see you next time.